The colonel's son took my command. Then he lost a $1.8 billion defense system. The briefing room smelled like old coffee and floor wax. I had stood in that room for 12 years. I knew every crack in the wall. I knew which chair wobbled. That morning, all eyes were on me. I was Master Sergeant Lena Brooks. I ran tactical communications for the 94th Signal Battalion. Every secure link, every field update, every emergency reroute passed through my system. At the head of the room stood Colonel James Hawthorne. Beside him was his son, Lieutenant Evan Hawthorne. Evan was fresh out of training. His uniform was perfect. His experience was thin. The colonel cleared his throat. We are making leadership changes to modernize operations. My chest tightened. Master Sergeant Brooks, he said, your role is being reassigned. No warning. No review. No mistake on record. Evan stepped forward with a smile. I'll be overseeing the system now. Murmurs filled the room. My commander avoided my eyes. A folder slid across the table. Reassignment orders. No explanation. I saluted. My hands were steady. My heart was not. As I turned to leave, Evan said, no hard feelings. We just need fresh thinking. Fresh thinking. He had no idea what he was taking. And he had no idea what he was about to lose. 3 weeks before that meeting, my phone buzzed at midnight. I almost ignored it. Almost. It was a secure message thread. Not meant for me. The sender list showed my commander, the colonel, and Evan. I read in silence. She's solid but old school. We need someone younger to lead the future. Once she finishes the Phoenix Net update, we move her out. My hands shook. Phoenix Net was the battlefield communication system I built piece by piece over 4 years. It linked drones, ground units, satellites, and medical teams in real time. It had cut response times in half. And they were waiting for me to finish it before replacing me. One message burned into my memory. She won't fight it. She's loyal. They were wrong. I took screenshots. Saved logs. Archived timestamps. Then I opened my laptop and checked my personal drive. Every major system blueprint. Every line of logic. Every improvement. All created at home. On my equipment. On my time. That night, I didn't sleep. I planned. Phoenix Net was not just software. It was instinct. I built it after watching a convoy lose contact in a sandstorm. 3 soldiers died waiting for orders that never came. I promised myself never again. The system used adaptive routing. If one signal failed, 3 backups woke up. If a satellite lagged, ground relays took over. If a drone went dark, the map corrected itself. I coded after drills. After missions. After exhaustion. No one else knew how deep it went. The manuals were surface level. The real intelligence lived in the core logic. And that logic lived with me. Before the reassignment, I copied everything. Not stolen. Not hidden. Documented. Then I locked the master framework behind my digital signature. Invisible unless challenged. They assumed ownership. They never asked. They never thanked me. They never trained anyone else. That would matter soon. Lieutenant Evan Hawthorne's first week was loud. He changed meeting times. He changed labels. He deleted redundant folders. A tech sergeant texted me. He asked what a fallback node was. Another wrote. He says the system is overbuilt. Overbuilt. Evan wanted speed, not safety. He skipped simulations. He rushed updates. On Thursday, he ordered a cleanup. He deleted a directory labeled PHX Core AUX. That folder controlled emergency reroutes. At 14:17 hours, Phoenix Net froze. At 14:18, units lost live maps. At 14:21, A joint exercise failed in front of Allied commanders. Phones rang. Officers shouted. Evan stared at his screen. There was no undo. No backup. The system I built to protect lives was broken. And everyone knew who touched it last. I watched it unfold from home. Texts came fast. Everything's down. They can't restore it. The colonel is furious. I felt sick. Not happy. Not proud. Soldiers depended on that system. But I also knew this wasn't my fault. I had warned them for years. Train backups. Respect the system. Don't rush changes. No one listened. That night, I got a voicemail from an unknown number. This is Defense Systems Command. We'd like to speak with you about Phoenix Net. They didn't call Evan. They didn't call the colonel. They called me. I met them in a quiet diner near the highway. 2 civilians. 1 retired general. They asked careful questions. Did you design the adaptive logic? Yes. Did you build the fallback layers? Yes. Do you own the original framework? Yes. I showed proof. Timestamps. Personal equipment. Independent audits. The general leaned back. We need someone like you. They offered a civilian defense role. Full authority. Full team. I hesitated. What about my unit? I asked. He nodded. They'll recover. Or they won't. That night, I signed the offer. Back at the base, panic spread. Exercises were cancelled. Allies questioned readiness. Commanders demanded answers. Evan blamed the servers. Then the vendors. Then the weather. None of it worked. 3 senior technicians resigned. One told me, I can't fix what I don't understand. Phoenix Net stayed crippled. Meanwhile, I started rebuilding. This time, with support. With respect. We called the new system Sentinel Grid. I reviewed my old contract carefully. Military service rules were strict. But Phoenix Net was different. Built off-duty. On personal gear. No classified data. I sent everything to defense lawyers. Their reply was short. You're clear. When the colonel sent a formal notice claiming ownership, my lawyer answered for me. 20 pages. Evidence attached. Silence followed. Word spread quietly. Engineers reached out. Are you really leading Sentinel? Are you hiring? I didn't promise. I listened. 3 joined. Then 5. They were tired of shortcuts. Of politics. Sentinel Grid grew fast. Stronger. Smarter. Safer. A defense journal ran a story. Who built the system the army lost? My name appeared. I said nothing. The colonel issued a statement calling it misleading. No one believed him. An official email arrived. They wanted me back. Lead advisor. Emergency contract. I read it twice. Then I replied through my lawyer. Licensing only. Full credit. Full fee. They agreed. The contract signing was quiet. No ceremony. Just acknowledgement. They admitted Sentinel Grid was mine. Phoenix Net had been too. I walked out lighter. Within weeks, the colonel retired early. Evan transferred quietly. No announcement. No farewell. Sentinel Grid launched nationwide. Response times dropped 40%. Failures dropped to near zero. Allies requested access. A reporter asked, "Do you feel revenge?" I said, "No. I feel heard." I started a mentorship program. Soldiers and civilians. No favoritism. Only skill. A young sergeant wrote. They said I was too slow. I remembered your story. I smiled.
Training manuals changed. Documentation mattered. Respect mattered. No headlines. Just impact. I drove past the base once. Didn't stop. Didn't need to. Sentinel expanded to disaster relief. Lives saved. Evan called. I didn't answer. I spoke at a defense summit. Title: Competence is not optional. No anger remained. Only clarity. They thought removing me ended the story. It was only the beginning.